All right, hey everyone. I'm here at Unplugged Performance here in Hawthorne. I'm here with Chris, and
Yes.
and he's gonna tell us a little bit about the company, how it started, and what it's doing right now. So,
Great. So my name's Chris. I'm actually the brand manager and kind of de facto product manager here at Unplugged. I'll give a little background of the company to you guys and kind of explain where, how we got into Teslas and where our background is and why we're into all this high-end premium car related stuff. So we started about 15 years ago, actually 16 years ago, sorry, with importing parts and kind of specializing in very high-end premium tuning for Japanese cars and just sports cars in general. And we've been doing that, like I said, for about 16 years. About 3.5 years ago, our friends over at the Tesla Design Studio happened to roll by one day and saw one of our tuned GTRs out here and kind of said, hey, we really appreciate what you guys are doing. We respect high quality just like you guys do, and we respect, being able to modify cars because it's, kind of a passion of theirs too, which is why they work in the auto industry. And they said, have you ever thought about modifying Tesla? And we said, no. Is there really interest in that? And we said, uh, yeah, it kind of sounds like an odd idea. And they're like, no, you guys should try it. Like, you guys should look into it. It's the next big thing. And we said, yeah, it sounds like a good idea. So fast forward, we ended up buying this car actually, which is
yeah.
a 2014 PD5 Plus. We started just kind of boots on the ground modifying it. It was our first like real experience with Teslas, other than the respect for the technology and kind of the electric cars in general. Like, we weren't really that familiar with them, and kind of learned as we go. And now we're here almost 4 years later. We've owned four different Teslas at this point and modified countless cars around not just the country but the globe. And we have a line of parts just for exterior, as well as our focus on performance and just trying to build the best Teslas we can and give everybody their own little premium, unique car of their own.
all right. So, you've been modifying Tesla for 4 years,
hmm
but prior to that, you guys weren't called Unplugged, were they back then?
No, so Unplugged started literally as a result of the guys from Tesla stopping by and saying, hey, have you guys ever thought of modifying Teslas? So that kind of sparked us to start the Unplugged brand and get
Uh-huh.
into modifying Teslas in addition to all the other cool cars we already work on.
All right, awesome. So, why don't you go over some of what you've done to this car?
Sure.
Yeah.
So this car's got pretty much everything you can think touched on it at some point in time.
Yeah.
The only thing we will not touch on Teslas, because we respect Tesla and we respect their engineering, is we won't mess with software or anything mechanical like that. The extent we'll go as far as non-visual modifications is we've done work with the suspension. Obviously, it's lower than the standard Model S, both for performance and also obviously for appearance. We also have on this particular car, our carbon fiber brake upgrade, at least in terms of performance, that pulls quite a bit of weight off the car, which leads to not only better braking, but also better handling and better steering feel. Um, the car, as far as looks go, we have well, I'll start with the front here. We have our flagship model front fascia, which actually is a full replacement bumper and features a extremely high quality carbon fiber nose cone that's made in-house. And all the products are actually made here in California, including the bumper, the nose cone, as I mentioned, and all the little trim pieces as well. This car also has our upgraded headlights on it. So what we do is we actually take the OEM Tesla headlights, do a bit of modification to them, including upgrading the projectors for better light output. And then we, for a sportier look, we paint the insides with that dark black paint and reassemble them. As far as the other parts of the car, if you want to move this, I'll show you kind of the side of it. This car has our newest wheels. They just debuted about a month and a half, 2 months ago. Our UPO2, which is a very lightweight forged aluminum wheel, also made here in the US. It saves quite a bit of weight over the factory Tesla 21-inch wheels and fits the factory tires as well as factory fitment fender. There needs to be no modification. It'll bolt right on. But it's meant not only for great looks, but as I mentioned, saves quite a bit of weight over the stock wheels, which improves range a little bit. It also improves, like I said, steering feel and just overall driving feel, as well as looking great on the car. As far as other visual mods, we have our side skirt set on there, which is actually a replacement for the OEM rocker molding. And although it looks lower, it actually is not. It sticks just as high as the factory piece, but obviously sticks out a little bit to the sides for a nice visual appeal and a little bit more dramatic look to it over the factory Tesla kind of smooth, simple side rocker molding piece. Around the back of this car, we have our carbon fiber trunk spoiler, which is actually, again, made here in-house. It's a high-quality piece made of what they call dry carbon fiber, which is the ultimate lightweight. It's clear coated in the factory Tesla finish with the factory Tesla paint, so that it matches all the factory carbon fiber pieces on the car, like the interior, for example. And it's just a quick bolt-on piece. The under spoiler is an add-on. You can see it down here for our bumper. It's the OEM bumper cover, but this is an add-on piece. It attaches to the OEM bumper, just a replacement for the gray plastic piece that it comes with. And there's some optional diffuser fins on this one, which we recently released to make it look a little bit more aggressive and kind of jazz up the appearance of the car a little bit. As far as the look, I know everybody probably is pretty shocked at it being orange. It's actually a vinyl wrap that we did. We have our Model X2, which unfortunately isn't here right now, that's matched in the same color. Both of them debuted at the SEMA trade show about a month and a half ago in the orange color. This car is actually unique in that it has our full interior package. So as you can see, the entire interior is custom on this car with high quality real Alcantara.
Whoa.
So we reupholstered not only the seats, but you can see the door panels, the headliner, the center console, as well as pretty much every other piece of upholstered parts of the interior you can touch on this car. And on top of that, we did a lot of custom carbon fiber work, as carbon fiber is our specialty. And we have several experts on hand from the aerospace and race car industry that are really familiar with how the process works for making high quality carbon fiber parts. So in addition, you can see the OEM factory carbon here from Tesla in the center console as well. And then you can see our add-ons here on the door panels. And in the back, we also did another part here. I'll show you. We offer these carbon fiber seat backs, which are again high quality race car grade carbon that cover the OEM seat back, simple install, but gives you the nice physical dress up over the factory soft, squishy, kind of bland looking plastic. And we offer those as well.
I also noticed that the cost is lower. Is that like a software function for the air suspension, or do you guys replace the shocks themselves?
So it's actually a special suspension bracket. It's designed to replace the OEM bracket, so it can be easily swapped out. It takes only about 30 minutes and can be put back to stock. It's a fixed height that retains the OEM air suspension settings, the 4 settings. So basically it recalibrates the suspension to allow for the same 4 settings, just slightly lower for looks and obviously for handling, as it lowers the overall weight of the car down quite a bit. And again, like I mentioned, it can be put back to factory quite easily, only in a half an hour, and it has a setting to do so. So if you ever need to get your car back to stock, there's 2 settings. You just flip the bracket, and you're back to the stock factory height.
All right. So if somebody wants to go like full out and do this entire setup, this car that we see here, what are we talking about in terms of the additional cost on top of a Model S or Model X?
It really depends on what car you start with. This car is obviously an older one, so it has, like for example, it has the older generation seats, and it really depends on how far you want to go with it. I think it depends on how crazy, because like for the interior alone, you can spend in upwards of $20,000 or more just on that, depending on what materials you choose, how much carbon fiber accenting you want, and et cetera, et cetera. For just the exterior package, I can give like a quick rundown of all the different prices. So for example, the front fascia retails around $5,000. The side skirts, depending on which version you get, they're available in both carbon fiber and a urethane plastic, which this car has for durability, are around the $2,000 to $3,000 or so. And the same goes for that rear underskirt, under spoiler diffuser piece. It's available in both carbon fiber as well as urethane for right around the same like $2,000 to $3,000 price range. So it really depends. We have another wheel too that's a little bit different. It's a non-forged option partnership we have with BBS, which is in the $4,000 range. These are a bit more because, like, as I mentioned, they're like ultra lightweight, kind of leading edge of technology in terms of forged aluminum. So these are around $8,000 starting, give or take, and we offer them in a 20-inch as well. And we offer them also for Model X in a 22-inch as well as a 20-inch.
Nice.
And then
8,000 wheels, 8,000 brakes. So you could easily top 40 grand.
You can easily top 40 grand, yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
But for us, it's no compromise. I mean, we're not out there to be the cheapest. We're not out there to offer an inferior product. We want to offer the best we can for Tesla and be as close to, aligned with their vision of a premium car with the best product that we possibly can offer.
was extremely interesting.
Yeah, thanks so
Yeah.
much for coming by. Anytime you want to drop by with your Model X, feel free.
All right, and if you guys want to find out anything more about Unplugged Performance, hit them on the website, unpluggedperformance.com, is
Yeah,
it?
that's it.
Okay, Unplugged, and they're here in Hawthorne, so if you want to come down and see them, they're also right next to SpaceX and Tesla, so it's arrange a whole tour kind of thing, right?
Yeah, if you guys ever stop by the supercharger right across the parking lot, the design studio, the Hawthorne Supercharger, feel free to just walk over. It's
Yeah.
just literally across the parking lot.
That's right. All right, so we're going to actually check that out right now.
Oh, yeah,
The
head over there.
supercharger.
Yeah.
Yeah, head over there. All right, so Chris, thank you very much.
Thanks so much.
All right, guys, that's it. John Chow coming from you from Unplugged Performance here in Hawthorne. Go check these guys out because I feel I need to maybe modify my Tesla now. Okay.
Thanks so much.
He's a bad influence.